Our country is blessed with rich natural resources, but sadly, we have repeatedly squandered these gifts. We are destroying nature's fragile treasures over time, but there is still a glimmer of hope. In this series, we take a look at various protected areas throughout the archipelago to learn the stories of the land, how it was once neglected and abused, and how it is slowly being renewed. This is Lauren Legarda, and I present Our Fragile Earth, Protected Areas of the Philippines. Our abundant flora provides much of life's necessities. It improves the quality of air and neutralizes the effects of global warming. It helps maintain the groundwater supply while its fallen leaves enrich the soil. But what happens when the plants that we thought we could depend on begin to pose harm on the ecosystem? The Ala Valley Watershed Forest Reserve is a paradise in the hinterlands of Mindanao. It is a place that is fertile with both nature and culture. At the center of this masterpiece is a placid lake known for its awe-inspiring beauty.
Ang Lake Sebu ay isa sa mga bayang nasakop ng Ala Valley Protected Landscape ng 102,350 hectares na pinroklama bilang isang protected landscape.
And one of the things that you can that Central Mindanao or Region 12 can be proud of, yung 7 falls, yung tinatawag na Trangkini Falls. Ito yung 7 falls na makikita sa Lake Sebu. You can only find these 7 falls in South Cotabato and in Lake Sebu, particularly Lake Sebu.
Legend has it that a deity named Duwata warned the people of a cataclysmic flood. No one listened except for 2 couples, La Bebe and La Lomi, and Tamfelis and La Kagef. To survive, Duwata told the couples to take shelter in a bamboo stem large enough to fit all 4 of them inside. At sunrise, the couples came out of the bamboo and eventually thrived in the new valley. Their descendants spread into tribes from the lowlands of Cotabato to the uplands of Kiamba, Sarangani. One of these tribes flourished along the slopes of Lake Sebu and became notable for their rich heritage and complex art. They were known as the Tibolis. The Tanalak fabric, abaca fibers intricately woven by Tiboli women. Each pattern exudes their dreams and epitomizes their rich culture. The prominent dream weavers of the Tibolis, proteges and descendants of national living treasure Lang Dulay.
Mak Tanalak sir. Lak gebor kelana mak Tanalak abay sir. Tu Dulay tumalakum mak Tanalak.
Kasi ang Tiboli, kung makilala lang natin, mas nakaaangat ang kanilang abilidad. Kung ihahambing sa atin, marami silang arts na hindi na kinakailangang ituro pa sa paaralan. Oo. Very artistic sila.
The Tiboli ancestral domain covers a total area of 39,852 hectares, close to half of Lake Sebu. The town's enchanting mystique greatly influenced their strong philosophies on beauty. But their quiet existence has been threatened time and again. A Muslim account called the Tarsila tells a story of how the Tibolis were once forced out of their domain. In the 15th century, Muslim warriors from Johor established their sultanate in Cotabato Valley, forcing animist tribes, including the Tibolis, to retreat to the mountains in isolation. Today, they face a new threat that has catastrophic repercussions. The piper aduncum, commonly known as matiko or spiked pepper, is a flowering shrub or small tree belonging to the family Piperaceae. It is native to the West Indies and tropical America. Locally known as buyo-buyo, it has been causing tremendous damage to both forest and agricultural land, endangering the critical watershed that is Lake Sebu. The dwellers of Ala Valley are not new to the disastrous effects of landslides and erosion to their water systems. On the ill-fated night of September 6, 1995, the walls of Lake Holon crater eroded, damming the mouth of the lake that resulted in its overflow and flash floods in the lowlands.
30 million cubic of silted water ang bumaba, more than 85 people died. No? From then on, meron kaming monitoring system.
The government has estimated that the flash flood damaged 278 million pesos worth of infrastructure and agricultural crops. Floodwaters rushed 130 kilometers downstream, affecting the provinces of Sultan Kudarat and Maguindanao, as well as the city of Cotabato. With the existence of the buyo-buyo shrubs degrading the natural forest of Lake Cebu's upland, history is poised to repeat itself. The DNR has adopted multiple cropping and intercropping programs in order to control the spread of these invasive alien species. The project is called Removing Barriers to Invasive Species Management in Production and Protection Forests in Southeast Asia. It's aimed to manage the forest and biodiversity sustainably by reducing negative environmental, economic, and human health consequences of invasive alien species. Meanwhile, the residents, with the help of the provincial government of South Cotabato and local government units, are going back to basics, looking into their indigenous knowledge systems for alternative measures to mitigate the effects of impending disasters.
In-invade niya ang ating mga native species. By then, ina-alter niya yung ecosystem. At dahil dito ay bumababa po ang value ng ating forest ecosystem sa loob ng protected area.
So ito din yung tinututukan ng yung council ng Ala Valley, like reforestation doon sa mga critical slopes. Pinopromote natin yung pagtatanim ng bamboo, pinopromote natin yung bamboo plantation to stabilize yung mga area na critical for disaster. Nakikita natin na yung reforestation effort, you should converge it or interlink it with economic opportunities.
Supplementing these efforts is the existing National Greening Program and empowering communities by educating them on the importance of protecting the environment.
Ang buhay ho natin ay galing sa lupa. At importante sa amin na yung ating lupain ay mag-remain rich and fertile. At ang mga kahoy ho ay nagpoprotekta sa ating lupain para hindi siya ma-erode at madala sa karagatan natin. Importante din ho ang forest para mapasiguro na meron tayong ulan palagi. At yung ulan natin hindi destructive na nagfa-flash flooding. Ganun ho kahalaga ang pag-preserve sa ating kabundukan, sa ating kakahuyan at sa ating lupain.
If the government and communities work together to address the growing environmental threats, the waters of Lake Sebu will continue to cradle the intuitive souls of its dwellers. In God's valley, where the soil is fertile, where every flora and fauna flourishes, we can show our appreciation and respect for the beauty of this frontier by conserving and preserving its natural environment.